I used to like Pepto when I was a little kid.
Yeah, well.
When I was little, I liked baby aspirin. I stole a bottle of baby aspirin and hid behind the couch and ate the whole bottle. Tasted like orange.
That's pretty sweet.
My parents found me.
Think of what could have been.
They totally made me drink that stuff that makes you throw up.
Epicac?
Yeah, it was horrible.
Oh, God.
But I didn't learn my lesson now.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Durnk Movies.
Oh, hey.
Hi, welcome to Durnk Movies, where we abuse prescription drugs. I mean, no, that's a lie. Where we abuse over-the-counter drugs. OTC, people. OTC.
Also, alcohol and barbiturates. This week, we're going to watch a cult classic from 1984 by the name of The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Through the Eighth Dimension. Did I get that correct?
I believe so, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eighth dimension,
the
people.
Fuck 4 through 7. 8. All right.
Good, I'll jump right to it.
Hey, Mike, how does this thing work?
This show works as such. Every movie we watch is on Netflix streaming. So if you do not have Netflix streaming and you'd like to watch along with us, either find this movie through other means or get Netflix streaming, which we would recommend. Maybe one day they'll sponsor us.
Maybe. Fingers
What
crossed.
we've done so far is I have buffered the movie. We are at frame 1. As soon as it gets done buffering, hit pause. We've already done that. We are paused on frame 1. If you have not done that so far,
The
please do.
MGM logo
We'll
with
wait.
the lion is about ready to go. Roar.
Did you hear the lion got its paws in the Walk of Fame this week?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Anyway, the movie. We're watching Buckaroo Banzai. We're on frame 1, and we're just going to go ahead and get started.
Sure, sounds like a plan.
Hour and a half
We're gonna
long.
do a
We're probably going to
countdown?
cut this into 2. So get ready to stop about minute 50. All right. And 3, 2, 1. Roll the tape.
Roar!
Woo!
Roar!
MGM still owns the rights to this movie.
Where's that lion doesn't have a mane. It's a lioness.
So I looked this up last night because I was interested in why they never made the sequel that they talk about at the end. And it's because the Sherwood Industries,
Productions?
they went bankrupt directly after this movie came out.
I'm sure that's not a comment on this film.
No. It's just that's why it never amounted to anything.
This movie's opening reminds me weirdly of like of Phantasm. It's so like, I don't know.
This is the most 80s
With
movies.
this synthesizer.
Yep, absolutely.
Somebody bought a new synthesizer
Across
for
the
Christmas.
eighth dimension.
Dorothy and I were talking about it yesterday.
Let me just read this.
Yeah, please do.
Buckaroo Banzai, born to an American mother and a Japanese father, thus began his life as he's destined to live it, going in several directions at once. A brilliant neurosurgeon, his restless young man grew quickly dissatisfied with a life devoted solely to medicine.
Yeah, 'cause
he
boy.
roamed the planet studying martial arts and particle physics, collecting around him the most eccentric group of friends, those hard-rocking scientists, the Hong Kong Cavaliers! And now, with this astonishing jet car ready for a bold assault on the dimension barrier, Buckaroo Banzai faces the greatest challenge in his turbulent life.
How?
Oh, by the way, while high above Earth, an alien spacecraft keeps a nervous watch on Team Banzai's every move.
I'm about to lay a huge spoiler. What they also do not talk about is the fact that, his wife died like 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's like a weird throwaway line that happens in the middle of this.
Peter Weller, ladies and gentlemen, RoboCop.
This might be my favorite Peter Weller movie.
I totally agree.
John Lithgow, what the hell?
This is like who's
the dad
who of
from
80s
Footloose,
stuff.
Ellen Barkin,
right?
That older lady,
a very young Elgin Barkin.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, right.
No way, I love that guy.
If you guys aren't aware, watch everything Jeff Goldblum's been in ever.
And he's exactly the same in everything.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed that?
Christopher Lloyd.
And he's great in everything.
I'm not saying he's not great. I'm just saying he's exactly the same.
No, he's like Julia Roberts. You're hiring that person.
He's always polite, always quirky, and
Stutters through most of
weirdly,
his
tallly,
lines.
Jewishly sexy. I mean, if you're a girl.
Well, isn't he on like Law and Order or something?
Yeah, he's on one of those Law and Orders.
Robert
He's great
Ito,
on that.
Razan Cash.
This is also one of the most casually racist 80s films I've ever seen.
And Ronald Lacey.
Like, this had to have pissed off just a bunch of Japanese people.
Clancy Brown, by the way, the Kurgan from Highlander is in this.
This guy's
Who's
name's...
the lady with the fan in the prairie dress? Does anyone know? What the fuck?
I don't know. That's Perfect Tommy, right?
Yep.
Perfect
yeah.
Tommy.
He's their token Billy Idol lookalike.
Yep.
And that's Rio? I'm trying to remember from last night when I watched this.
It'll reveal that.
Jeff Goldblum and Peter Weller. When I first saw this
neurosurgery right now.
When I first saw the scene, I actually couldn't figure out which one was which.
They're concentrating. Oh, well, of course. I get those confused, too.
I love that, too, that they don't ever go for the brain shot. You know what I mean? They never show you what the hell they're actually working on.
No, they
it's
know.
It's just, like, super hidden.
This is
a very low-budget film, which is awesome.
And they knew exactly how much money they had, too. Because they just, if they had to go cheap, they didn't care. Just told everyone to play it straight.
Yeah.
That's the only way this movie works.
Yes,
Everyone's
agreed.
playing it 100% straight.
No one was being ironic or winky. There was meta wasn't a thing in the 80s, so no one really understood what that could have possibly meant.
Yeah.
And if you've ever seen the movie Living in Oblivion, which I happen to, shout out, right, to Mark and James and Mike, this is kind of the Living in Oblivion of the 80s.
If this movie would have been made right now, every 30 seconds someone would be looking directly at the camera.
Winking.
Right? And even in the 90s, that Living in Oblivion was kind of like this weird, I'm a filmmaker dreaming about making a film. And my dream is like the blah, blah, blah. Where this is not, in fact, that.
No.
I can dance.
He can dance. He can dance if he wants to.
Well, he's going to leave his friends behind if that's how it's going to be.
But his friends don't dance.
Well, if they don't dance,
well, they're
ain't no friends of his.
They're no friends of mine.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. Look, there's Buckaroo.
Look, video.
I do like
this synth. This doom. Do you think he just stole this directly from John Carpenter? Doesn't this kind of sound like Escape from New York?
Although synthesizer always sounds exact same to me, like really doesn't matter what.
I guess that's kind of true, and that particular kind, it really sets a tone for the '80s just across the board.
Yeah.
I love this car.
What do you like about it?
I just think it's like
that it's just a Ford
totally
pickup
awesome.
truck with just some bullshit
right?
tied to it.
Like with like the marine windshield.
They still
put
have
on
the
there
Ford tag on the front. Like when you watch it later, they still have the tag on the front.
I love how incredibly chaotic and messy everything is.
Absolutely right.
There's nothing clean. There's nothing futuristic or like, you know how in Star Wars even there was like a lot of white and like a lot of repetition in terms of patterns. No.
I still like to think that the flux capacitor came from this.
Agreed.
The idea
capacitor
was totally from this.
had to come from this,
Yeah.
especially that shot.
This is the craziest little prop too that he pulls out here.
Yeah, and look how
Like somebody
carefully they
built
made
this.
that. They really put time into that. Look at that little foam cutout.
Even though it does look a little spray painted.
Here's what I want to know: is where did they get the marker tape out thing in Japanese or Chinese characters? I would pay money for that right now. $10.
Nice.
I'm sure all of
Text
this, like Peter Weller just has this in his fucking garage.
Yeah, probably.
And he just drives his truck to get groceries once in a while.
Activated. That is straight up
Absolutely right.
from Back to the Future.
It's like they
so
wanted.
is this? Come on, that
they
looks
wanted
like
a
Back to the Future.
DeLorean, but they couldn't afford it because of their budget, so they got this
they probably
truck.
wasn't even-
And then the guy who did the production design for
Yeah, yeah.
Back to the Future
He
was
went
like, "Oh,
on
hey,
to
wait,
work
wait!
with
I saw this movie one time."
This, yet again, just casually racist entire movie.
that I'm gonna put on like the I fly my plane into things and don't care if I die headband. What are the?
I don't care. They're cool.
Doesn't matter.
They're just flipping.
There's so much of this
Catching that
movie that
sun.
after you've seen it once, or after you've seen 15 minutes of it, you just start to forgive all of the shitty props and stuff. You're just like, no, this is what they're
Just look at
doing.
that.
This is just what they're doing.
Look at how awesome that is.
That's pretty awesome.
They did
Drive
do
that
the actual
around.
jet engine on the back there. They did try to fake a jet engine at least.
Yeah, that's true. They couldn't have. Wow, that's pretty amazing too. That's like for real.
Yeah.
That's probably where literally 4/3 of the budget was
Yeah,
spent.
right. Well, we've always thought you open big,
Yeah,
and you close
and then
big.
you close
Yeah.
big.
You know.
Yeah.
I gotta admit to you guys that right at about the halfway point, I lost complete interest in this movie. I'd seen it once before, but I was drunk. And this was the first sober time that I'd watched it, not counting the
You
time.
never remember how these movies actually are until you watch them again. I
Yeah.
watched Spaceballs again since a while,
yeah.
and oh god, that's not funny. That movie is not funny. That movie is just sad and pathetic.
Oh, you know what we ought to watch next time is Real Genius.
Oh, I'm down
yeah,
with that.
that's a
that
good
exists.
movie.
I'm down.
Okay,
I love
so-
this. I love all of this
What
going on
about,
here.
like, tell me this. The reflection that we're seeing in his helmet, doesn't that look projected?
It does.
It totally does.
Yeah.
Actually, it kind of looks painted on.
It does.
Oh.
Okay,
I mean,
so this is great.
84, so this is like
Kurgan.
old school
Yeah.
special effects.
Oh, what the heck?
What's he doing?
all sped up. They're totally expecting
Apparently he's
it.
doing 200 miles per hour and he can just turn left like that.
It's special tires.
Just
'Cause look
amazing
how, like,
shocks.
It's so reflective.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so
That's
light.
an early blue screen technique. They blued out his thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
did the whole layover thing.
The other thing I'd like to point out about the scene is everybody,
Love that.
and they do a lot of these scenes in these science-y scenes, quote unquote, where they have a big cast, right? And they want them all to be doing things.
Yeah, yeah.
But in modern day movie where everyone's just like sitting there and typing and that's
Yeah,
what
yeah.
they're doing, everyone's calling out
I gotta
different
make a vocal.
science-y stuff in this.
Say that.
They're just randomly
You guys,
saying
I'm just
numbers
reading
and
from the
bullshit.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
And they just cut to him. He's going to hold. And
He's gonna.
you don't need that, but they want to make all of these characters important.
That's not totally true. They're showing the contrast between Buckaroo Banzai's team, the Hong Kong Cavaliers, right?
Which is the
they
greatest
know
name
his
ever.
plan,
'Cause they're
as
just-
opposed
yeah.
to these just square military guys who thought they were doing a real test,
Yeah.
not like a crazy ass test, as you can see by this blue laser that's about to make him
Something's gonna happen!
eighth dimension or whatever.
The best thing here is, though, they do this whole...
Oh, Jesus Christ! This
And
is
then-
awesome. Look at these graphics.
Oh, yeah.
God damn
That's
it,
like
I don't
8-bit
understand what I'm looking
graphics
at.
there, yo.
Crossover! Oh, look at that. Lightning.
Oh, man.
And they weren't doing this shit on computers.
No,
They
this
didn't
is like
have them
practically...
then. This is
Oh,
like-
look, it broke his helmet
Oh!
right in half. I do like this. The
That is-
tracks go right up to a wall.
A wall of rock or a
Yes.
semi-steep slope. Whatever.
Gravel. This is the weirdest thing. What did you see this weird fetus thing? What the hell is that? That is computer
Because he's
generated.
traveling through the 8th dimension.
He's
Whatever
seeing
that
like
is.
viruses and cell formations, I guess. And it's just rolling and then...
Oh, yeah,
Come
look
here
at that.
now. That's pretty cool.
Whew.
Look at all that smoke.
Well, better pull my Ford Taurus over.
Yeah, that 8th dimension fetus thing might have cracked my windshield.
Yeah.
I always assumed he hit one of those dudes.
Right? That's what I thought
totally
too. In
did.
fact, when he looks under the thing, I thought that's what he was looking like, that guy's head.
They find something.
He's got to dispose of the body before anybody else comes on.
When you kill a being in the 8th dimension, are you really killing something?
Nah,
I
they're
question
not
that.
people.
It's not murder.
You can't...
Yeah.
Johnny Cochran show up and be like, you cannot extend the laws of man to the 8th dimension?
That's right. That's totes right. Look at that.
See that?
If the Ford doesn't fit, you must acquit.
Here's the other interesting thing that I think
Weird
that they did with this.
redneck
They just
Johnny
jump
Cochran.
right in the middle. There's no origin story.
No.
How did
No,
Buckaroo
fuck it.
Banzai become the thing that he
No,
is?
that's what that whole cool text thing was at the beginning. Okay, there you go. Now you know who he is.
I
There
did
you go.
always
Nothing.
assume that this movie
Dad and
should
his
have been...
mom and Americans and Japanese and walking to Earth like Kane from Kung Fu. It's all there.
I did always assume that if they had more money, this movie should have been like an hour and a half longer. Just to get all that shit in here that they just casually throw away throughout the course of the movie.
They do throw away quite a bit.
Well, I'm sure that the writer-director, much like George Lucas did with Star Wars, wanted people to get to know Buckaroo first, before he
Right.
went back and told the other stories where he,
Maybe so.
fucks everything up. So,
That's an interesting thought process. We don't know really anything about behind the scenes. Chad's seen this movie like 50
I
times.
love this movie.
Yeah, he's kind of deep.
I haven't seen it probably in a decade, so.
I hope it doesn't
It's
age
beautiful.
too poorly. Please.
Well, that's the thing about it. This movie is quintessential 80s. It was born in the 80s, it lived in the
Look at
80s,
this.
and it died in the
He
80s.
sees a
Died.
brain there, and he's just like, "Yeah, I'll just grab it."
What's that? Yeah. Look at
This thing could
The
be
psycho
lethal, but
effect.
I'll just grab onto it.
This is so
I'm gonna
great.
smell it.
When you see John Lithgow in this movie, you're going to be like, "Oh shit!"
For me, this is a preamble for when he did Dexter.
Oh yeah. I can see that. It's weird how he doesn't look that different.
No.
And this is like 30 years ago,
Yeah.
40 years ago.
What was that movie he
30
did?
30 years this year.
Are his teeth
Yeah,
like
did that whole
sharpened?
tooth thing?
Yeah, he's like Dr. Lizardo. And look how messy this room is. It's just filled with shit.
But he knows where everything is.
This is
He's
the
got a
most
system.
And it's
casual.
giant. Yes.
casual, like, mental
insane,
hospital
yeah.
I've ever seen.
Totally true.
Just like, come and go, hang out. Your room could be whatever.
As long as he doesn't hurt anybody or hurt himself.
Apparently, he's
He's
got a
fine.
couple
Give
of
him the
roommates.
entire room.
Yeah.
The other thing that's crazy about this, if this movie was ever remade, like we've talked about remakes in the past in different shows that we've done, they would pretty and polish this all up.
Yeah,
they would
and it would
never
totally
make
mess
it
it
this
up.
messy.
You
It would be all
could not remake
styled.
this movie. I don't think you could.
You saying that makes me want to remake
yeah.
it. Now he's going back in time by like electrocuting his tongue. How the hell? Look, now he's all fine. He's happy wearing a scarf and like a white trench coat.
No, I am not
thing.
crazy.
Duster.
Maybe that was the idea for Inception.
Oh.
Look at all the rip-offs. Look at all the rip-offs.
That's right.
This is the most...
This is like the band that no one hears except for like all the
Exactly.
other people that listen to that band and then went on to
Influenced
like
all the
be so
crappy
great.
bands
Tom
of today.
Waits. It's like Tom Waits.
Yeah. It's like
if you don't know who
Mudhoney.
Tom Waits
It's like
is, look him up.
Mudhoney. Yeah.
He's amazing.
Or fucking never mind.
Fucking never mind. That's a weird band.
I know.
It's probably
Well, I'm saying not a lot of people know them.
I'm assuming that's a 70s punk band. Like a band called Death.
Roxy Music. That's what I was thinking about.
Oh, Roxy Music.
No!
Wait. You're not supposed to. Mr. Lithgow. No.
I'm not... It's so racist. I'm not ready.
Do you think this predated 16 Candles? Long Duck Dong?
Right around the same time, for damn
right.
sure.
Here we go!
People don't do science like that.
And then this wonderful...
So he's stuck in the wall.
Apparently
and he
he's wearing
looks
a GoPro
And
on
he's
his
being
back.
like attacked by insectoid 8th dimension beings. They're holy tornado.
And they just pull him out of the 8th dimension. No big deal.
It's fine.
Practical
Let go of me.
Is so beautifully done.
I can't.
And they know he's fucked up now because his
know how you
hair.
can tell?
Because his hair.
His hair is crazy.
That's right.
He's an animal.
You know they had a fucking blast doing this movie
yeah.
too.
Do you think he loved this role?
Oh, I'm sure he did.
There's
And
actually
look at that, faking the head bonk because they couldn't do it. Those guys weren't stuntmen.
And the director, like, he does like 5 takes, and every time the director just walks up, John, can you go bigger? This is the last take. And this is the last take.
When you talked about 1920s Cthulhu, that look over the shoulder is totally from that.
Well, he is an old school. I think he is kind of channeling his inner silent movie bad guy because he's so over the top.
That is true.
He's playing to a theater audience somewhere that doesn't exist.
Well, he's definitely creating the style of that. Yeah. But it fits in the style of this movie too. So
also, his
What is all this
accent is
random-
almost incomprehensible at some points. This fake accent he's doing.
home is where you wear your hat.
He wants to go home.
Yeah, okay, fair
Because
enough.
where's home?
Look at that. Oh, he gets all down like.
Very cat-like, very lizard-like.
Yes, very lizard-like. This guy. I don't know what this stuff is.
This
I mean,
guy's in a bunch
yeah.
of shit too.
Oh man, this is the whole cast. Yeah, you can recognize everybody.
Look at that. It just falls down on accident. Nobody bats an eye.
Yep.
Nobody
Like,
bats
it's
an
okay.
eye.
That's good acting.
Look, he has
Right.
money. Or is it fake money? I can't remember.
It's
Is
money.
it money that he thinks is money? And they just take his TV. Sorry, man. I don't need it. I want this crunchy munch.
I'm going to go home.
What he's really doing is he's channeling Count Dracula. I mean, not Count Dracula, Count Sesame
Chocula.
Street. Well, that too. The Count, I guess.
The Count.
Monkey boy.
That's my.
I like how they established Monkey
Cat
Boy
Monkey
as like a
Boy.
racial slur for the remainder of the movie.
No, it's not a racial slur.
No, for the aliens against the humans.
Oh,
they
fair,
they
alright.
keep calling them
Yes,
like
fair,
this.
fair.
They keep calling them Monkey Boys. Like later on, they're saying Monkey Boys invading the, and like that's over the loudspeaker.
Oh, dude, they're about to go on. This is going to be awesome.
So we don't know where they are. I thought they were back in the thing. No, they're at a club.
Can I point out another thing that this probably helped encourage
Yes.
or influence?
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory. Big Bang Theory tries tries to make scientists look cool.
Right.
But they can't pull it off. This pulls it off.
Look how fucking cool these guys are. They just did this amazing.
Look at all of their shoulder pads.
Like behind the scenes, covert 8th dimension experiment. Now here they are at a club where everyone wants to see
and
them.
everybody loves him.
They're in a club with at least 20 people.
Look at that.
They have a following. There is a T-shirt slogan in this scene that I will make. I'll tell you about it when it comes up.
Oh, I would assume this movie's been merchandised to death.
I don't think it has been.
Really?
Oh, no.
They came out with comic books based on this starting in 2005.
That makes sense.
They relicensed comic books based on this. They were trying to tell different stories. And there were like 3 off story arcs, 2 off story arcs.
Yeah.
Just fucking, I want to find them all. Just look them up.
That'd be cool.
And they use their faces too. They use Peter Weller, all of them.
Look at that 80s jacket. This is an amazing example of just clothing. This was probably just actual people's clothing.
I can't believe Bowie didn't do this movie.
Look at that chick right there. And you can tell that this is still really influenced by that sort of new romantics, Duran Duran feeling. That's very Duran Duran. So is this.
And now Peter I have Weller's a small trumpet. Look how talented I am!
That guy has 2 saxophones in one hand. So they're rocking it. Oh, wait. Hold on. How can you tell that?
Is someone out there
He's
not
that
having
sensitive.
a good time?
That's like the Princess and the Pea. This is it.
This is disgusting. This whole scene.
Is somebody crying out there in the darkness? That's my fucking t-shirt slogan.
There you go.
And you know what? There is someone out there crying in the darkness.
But you got to do Peter Weller, but RoboCop Peter Weller face. As somebody out there crying in the darkness. And then 2 people will get your t-shirt ever.
I don't need anyone to get my t-shirts.
No, I'm just saying when you're wearing it, you're walking down the street, 2 people are going to be like,
that is so cool. Where'd you get that?
I made it.
You
go buy it from me.
You can buy it from me. Buy it off my shirt. Look at it. I was like, who is this? It's Ellen Barkin.
No, not Peggy.
I know it's been 30 years since this came out, but I feel like Ellen Barkin didn't age well since this movie.
She didn't age well. That's the crazy thing. That's why you
Peter Weller still looks great, but I think he's got a lot of work done.
Maybe so. That's a tough call.
He's 66. I looked that up.
Wow. It's too late to do a sequel. Damn it.
So look at this. She's totally out of luck. They kicked her out of the Y where she was staying. She doesn't have any money. She spent her last $2 on a bottle of Rock Gut and apparently a Saturday night special. Don't be mean. We don't have to be mean.
Damn straight.
I feel like he he in his mind he's like, I've got a good one. No matter where you go. Oh fuck, what do I got? I don't remember the end of this. That's where you are.
So the band's
nailed it.
And this is so great. Look at this. The band's just totally sure, man, that's cool. I mean,
roll with it because he's Buckaroo.
Yeah, man.
I want to know more about Perfect Tommy because he's the only guy in this entire movie who will call his bullshit.
Yeah, agreed. That's her rock guy right there.
Sort of his magic is no matter what he does, he just does it.
Yeah, and he's almost always successful at it.
Even if you know he's just faking it once in a while.
Pulling it right out of his butt.
Perfect Tommy's the only one who goes, yeah, you're just fucking full of shit right now, aren't you?
I would have liked to seen a sequel spin-off with Perfect Tommy.
Yeah, and that's what he does that right here too. He's like, what is he doing?
I know.
This is weird.
What the hell? Everyone else is like, what? It's cool, man. Shh.
Yeah, everybody else is drinking the Kool-Aid except for his best friend.
Right?
Who's that girl?
I don't know, man. Stop asking me stupid questions. That's not me responding to you. That's the character responding.
You know another weird place these characters have popped up in? There's a pen and paper game called BattleTech that they put these characters in, and BattleTech takes place in the 31st century. And they put these characters into the game.
Gun!
She's holding her arm steady, and somebody bombs it, and then suddenly everyone on the stage has guns.
Can we talk about the affliction with Jamaican guys with dreads in this movie? There's a lot of Jamaican guys with dreads.
Jamaican people have dreads, okay?
Another casually racist thing that happens.
I think
It was
some people call
1984.
them stereotypes.
I feel like this scene should have been in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah. This also feels like it could have been pulled straight out of, not Say Anything. What's the I Want My $2?
Oh, yeah, Better Off Dead.
Better Off Dead.
Better Off Dead. That's a fucking great movie.
Yeah, it's so
God
good.
damn it.
I love that
We'll
movie.
have to watch that on here sometime.
Yeah.
So.
I like this show just because we get to watch movies. This movie is just for us, by the way. I know other people watch it, but this movie's just shows
Look at
primarily
this
for
now.
us.
He just kills him.
Yeah.
That's a very Darth Vader move too. I just want to point out with that push up against the
It
wall.
also
crack the
puts
neck.
in
That's
it also puts in
impossible,
right
by the
here
way.
that he's got superhuman strength
That's
of
true.
some part.
You're right.
Like they tell the audience this guy's not.
He's not a regular
he's not
people.
human
Yeah.
anymore. Don't you watch the TV?
The casual transitions, the fucking seamless transitions they do in this movie between, and they just did one right there, between complete seriousness and then satire for
Right.
a grand second.
Yes.
He's like, don't you watch it at the TV?
Yeah.
Staring directly at the camera. Just fucking wonderful.
With that guy sliding down the wall
Yes.
behind him out of focus.
It's like, we're making a sci-fi action film. You can laugh at this too.
It's okay. It's okay.
Do you think
He gets a video game. Look at him.
And look at this. Look at this. Watch this. Fuck you and your video game. That's right. Suck it. You guys are locked up in here.
And I like how they
Look at this set. With the... just go-
I like
go
how
ahead.
they re-establish, in case you didn't get it earlier,
Yeah.
he's not normal.
Yeah. Buckaroo Banzai has his very own fucking rock and
That's
roll
right,
star
rock and roll.
bus.
He lives the lifestyle,
Look
yo.
at this. Look at all this.
And that's when they realized that the girl in the bar that was shooting herself in the head but was stopped is the exact replica of Buckaroo Banzai's wife, who's apparently gone. We don't know why or how.
I really want to put a racist count on this entire movie.
That whole, like, I wear the samurai pants,
Yeah,
I bow on the
yeah.
bed thing, come on, man.
I did that for 5 years as a kid, and
That's so racist, man.
we never wore any of that.
They said at the beginning that, like, what was it?
Asian, his dad was Japanese.
His dad is
so
is
it's
like
acceptable.
Japanese.
So it's okay.
It's acceptable.
His dad is like Japanese
He's like
because
Japanese.
he's totally white. Peter
That's right.
Weller is the most
Well, no,
white.
I mean, look. I can see some Japanese in there if I look real hard.
No.
Also, I would like to
Right, sure.
I would like to point out the wonderful cheekbones that are throughout this entire movie.
There are a lot of cheekbones.
It's true.
in this
I think.
movie. Not here with the Kurgan, obviously.
No,
but...
not here with the Kurgan.
Well, but he's the most gay of them all.
What?
I totally made that up. So.
He's the manliest. He's the manliest dude in this
It's
entire
not
movie.
gay. Rawhide is not gay. I mean, not that gay is bad. It's just that I don't want to think. Of, never mind. Whatever. Let him be gay.
She's got a fantasy. Don't fuck with
Thank
her.
you. That's
there
my
you go.
point.
Exactly. What is that?
This picture they continually show throughout the movie. What the fuck
It doesn't
is that?
mean anything.
Doesn't
It's just
mean shit.
something ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this.
That's
High
sweet.
tech.
He's a fucking neurosurgeon.
The best part about this is his name is New Jersey.
Yeah. And just look at how real this is. You can see where Independence Day came from, right?
Yeah.
That is exactly what that character was like. I'm wearing furry chaps.
Jeff Gold. I
So-
fucking
He's so congenial.
He wants
it's
so
so
desperately
nice.
to be
It's
accepted.
so true.
He's like,
It's
he's
just so
that little dog.
polite.
Hey, Buckaroo. Hey, Buckaroo, what are we going to do today? What are we going to do today, Buckaroo?
Actually, if you guys haven't watched it, seriously watch him on Law and Order. He's just like this in Law and Order, but like busting criminals' balls while he's doing it.
I can't even imagine it.
No,
I have
it
to
comes
watch
off
that.
so perfect.
I-
It's so good.
That would be a better use of it. Like such a contrast.
Yeah, it's like, well, I know you're just trying to get through, but you're a criminal. You're a dirtbag.
He gets this guy's name wrong. Perfect
He
timing.
gets
You're not.
both their names wrong.
You're Purgos. No, I'm not. It's in Tibet. Sorry.
Reno.
No, of course. Fort Lee. Yes, he is.
every character in this movie that matters is a cartoon character. And that's how you can tell who they are.
I don't like this character.
The woman?
Yeah.
No, she's written terribly.
I hate it.
She is such a weak woman.
That's what I'm saying.
Heroine character.
Literally, the last half of this movie is just her tied up being tortured in a variety of
a crazy
weird sci-fi
BDSM
ways.
scenario. No, it's a weird BDSM tied up sort of weird. The director had some stuff.
I think the director did
had some stuff.
Do you think that there's a chance that this movie is like?
And look at her. She's already falling in love with him.
I know.
Immediately.
It's
She's
so
doing all of it
with that. I don't know who you are.
Look, Peter Weller's good llooking. He's not that good looking.
Do you think that they told her you are you're a woman of passion, everything you do, oh my god, I don't know what it is, but I just want you so badly.
Look, your nipples are hard constantly.
I think that this movie might have been a pushback against Star Wars. You notice there are a lot of tropes in it that kind of take what Star Wars did and goes, oh yeah, fuck that. Grit it out.
Unlike Star Wars, there's more than one woman in this galaxy.
That's true. But she's really the only woman that has any staying power.
There's the one girl in the lab later on that has a couple of scenes, and she seems very matter of fact, no, you're not going to do this, hey, what's going on? She seems very in charge. She's only got a few lines, but she actually legitimately seems like a real character.
But she's the one that when Ellen Barkin shows up, she's like,
no,
you don't get to go in
no.
there, that's the hideout where only boys go. And I was like, yeah, that's great. What are you, the receptionist? Awesome, I love it.
No, I don't think she says only boys, does she?
Well, we'll see, I guess. Maybe I'm wrong. That's so stupid! Is he trying to say that it's not until that very moment that he didn't realize that she is the spitting image of his dead wife?
And now he's just over it. Give her a call.
Can you argue with this?
He is perfect.
That's true.
Okay, yeah.
I am perfect.
I actually think
this is when I was happy. Droopy eyes and pig face man. I fucking love those guys.
I actually think even though I can't pick out a bad performance in this movie other than Ellen. No, I can't even say Ellen Barkin is a bad performance because she's doing exactly what she's told to do. What the script says she's supposed to do. She's just doing that character. I don't think there's a bad performance.
There is a plethora of bow ties in this movie, in case no one has noticed.
They're
people just wearing them like
sexy.
Regular.
They were bringing sexy back before Justin Timberlake was born. I want to look up.
Oh, there it is.
Can you pull out your phone and look at what happened to Perfect Tommy?
I think left it in my bag behind the curtain.
Did he die?
Otherwise
I'm pretty sure he died.
80s were hard on everyone, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's like a big twig. A twig,
that's
hollowed
a cool
out.
Prop too.
That's what the aliens live in.
Yeah.
And whoever put this together for them that did all of this was like, fuck yeah, I rocked that. Like this right here with the upside down alien walking, come on. And they're all wearing these weird raffia, neck ruffs.
All dime store clothes, even for the 80s.
Yeah. That's embarrassing.
Were you a material girl in the 80s?
I have some great pictures of me as a material girl in the 80s.
I feel like I kind of knew that about you.
We are living
what were you in the 80s?
Watching this movie.
A Zeppelin kid? You were a Zeppelin kid.
No, not even close. No, I was a... Huh? What?
What?
Nerd. I think nerd.
No, I didn't. I said, The Cure.
Yeah, I was a goth kid.
Oh,
meets punk kid meets...
You didn't dye your hair black, did you?
No.
Painted fingernails and the whole nine?
No. But not black. See, that was just weird. I was a hybrid goth punk.
And you got to remember where he grew up.
I was
South
the goth crowd,
Dakota. It's hard to be a goth punk in South Dakota.
Yeah, exactly. I was the
it's
only
hard to
one.
be a material girl in South Carolina.
Good point. Oh. What? She's smart.
Oh, she's so cute.
She totally gets it.
So her character has bipolar disorder, correct?
Her character is just... She's a wild, damaged girl. So much fun.
I like how they keep that wow, and he totally does.
What are you going to find?
This.
No! What is it? Poop?
Gas.
I can't tell what it. Oh!
I like how
It's moving.
I like how like 15 people are the world press.
Look at Jeff Goldblum's face. His eyes are like this big.
There are as many people behind that table as there are in front of that fucking table.
That's true. That's all the people they could find. So the president is calling you.
Oh. Oh!
My.
Jesus Christ.
That is so... What?
Play a little hard to get.
Ladies, take note. That's important.
Come on, like...
Don't... All right, you don't have to take it...
He'll fuck you, but he won't date you. All right? Let's be fair about this.
Okay, look at this. Telephone booths.
I like the audio guy. The only audio. That's what he does.
Yeah,
he only has a thing
look,
on.
He has a giant antenna.
It's like
what is he hooked into?
It's like old school G.I. Joe. They all have a thing. They're all a thing, right?
Oh, that's true.
They all have a job.
They are old school.
That might have been out at the same time this was on.
You're right.
That might be an idea that came.
That's
into
very
this.
possible. The cowboy.
Yeah.
The other cowboy. The fake the fancy
fake
cowboy, and the real cowboy. How reroute the president's call from the hospital? We're busy people. Look at these plastic masks.
Oh!
Oh, God!
Don't touch it.
Oh!
See, don't touch it.
Give him some metal!
He's got to write something down because he's given a message from the alien people.
It's amazing that those masks even had moving mouthpieces.
Actually, they did.
That is the Journey. If anyone knows Journey or saw like their albums in the 80s, that is like the
Harley
weird
Davidson mechanics give high flying eagles down to earth service. Okay.
Do you think Harley Davidson was like a sponsor of this film?
There's a bunch of Harleys that show up at this point.
And there had a lot of signage.
We just missed the best line in the movie!
What was it?
Pure dark evil! He just fucking yells it.
What is he wearing? Like a...
Whoa! Did he shoot?
Oh, God.
That's another thing they do in this movie. A lot of these 80s movies, when there was guns, nobody really got hurt. This movie had people die, get shot.
Like, main supporting characters died.
Mm-hmm. Didn't care. And she was wearing a Go-Go Girls outfit.
Yeah, what the hell? That fringy... I love that this couple is here making out, this maid and this bellhop. Like, what the hell? Baby. And you can tell they're total strangers to each other. They're not, like, actually making out. They're just, like, close. Like, I guess we're supposed to... What, man? What? Harley? Back off. Jesus.
He pulls this off so much better than Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, that's totally true. You're absolutely right. That is Pee Wee Herman's outfit.
Look, we've had so many inspirations.
Harley Davidson.
Right?
I know, agreed.
I love this movie. I'm so quiet because I'm watching the damn movie.
There's another giant Harley Davidson.
Yeah,
all right, they definitely put money in on this movie.
The motorcycles.
Definitely put a lot of money into this movie.
Are
we supposed, based on this music, are we supposed to give a shit about this car chase? He's doing maybe 30.
I wonder where they went. I'm not wearing a helmet, so I must go slowly.
I'll just take this bow tie off, though. Let me ponder the situation.
You think Peter Weller learned to drive a motorcycle just for this?
Yeah, because that was a really shitty turn. He'd never driven a motorcycle in his life. Now he does. Now he probably has like 6 Harleys.
Well, I mean, he's 66 now. I don't know if he does it a whole lot anymore.
66-year-old people can ride motorcycles?
They're heavy. Whoa! Have you ever been on a motorcycle? Especially a Harley? They're very heavy.
They don't all have to be heavy. Look at that. Now, see that? How it cast that shadow on that tree? Oh, crap.
Oh!
I love 80s
Whoever did the effects in this movie, all props to them. God bless them.
I wonder if the guys from Battle Beyond the Stars.
Yeah.
They were in on the visual effects.
What the hell is he drinking out of that weird canister? Is that battery acid?
He is drinking a 6-volt battery.
Lantern battery.
Yeah. Look at their tiny ears. That is some pretty good makeup.
Great makeup.
Yeah. When you consider it.
Especially for the budget and the time.
That their mouths can just move so seamlessly like that.
Also the teeth. They have sharpened teeth
you're
on all
totally
of them
right.
if you watch it too. The eyes are just completely deadless like early Muppets.
Those are just pieces of plastic.
Have you watched early Muppets? It looks like Satan. All their eyes just like dead inside.
I don't like it. Yeah, I'm scared.
Total redneck plus pussy equals this scene.
It's also like total bullshit, though. You can't tell, like, they're dressed in all this super fancy hunting gear, but they're talking all crazy, like, I don't know what to do.
Let's poke it with a stick.
I mean, I grew up in western Nebraska. Yeah. You poke it with a stick. That's step 1.
Hey, Mike, what's step 2?
Step 2 is...
Kick it?
Yeah.
Those are just 2, like, investment bankers.
Step 3 is have a 6-pack of beer and then figure out step 4.
Yes. Where the hell... That's pretty big.
Giant acorn just fell out of fucking nowhere.
Like a weird alien acorn. Whoever
that's
made
a huge prop.
That is a
big giant
ass prop.
Another Jamaican dude with dreads.
Here's the thing that I don't understand is, doesn't this guy get killed, but then he also, like...
No, he just dies here. He doesn't get killed.
Somebody
he just
else,
fucking dies.
like, who looks exactly like him.
Yeah.
Oh. It's obviously the same actor, and I just got confused.
Well, no. Well, this guy, look at it. I slipped.
So...
and that's him dying.
Accidentally, I died. And then, who is this guy? No, not that guy.
No,
that's just a hunter.
Yeah.
Wait, this guy.
With
the package. It's the same guy, but in a different suit.
No, it's not the same guy. Take it back. It's a kind of a racist
It's really
thing.
the same guy. No, it's really the same actor.
It's going to come back to bite you.
Yes,
Don't take it back. It's really going to get you. Take it back.
I won't take it back.
This is going to be a white person thing.
Whoa. We turned into an alien.
I'm hungry.
Do you need something to eat?
Yeah, give me those Doritos.
Sponsored by Doritos. Cool Ranch. Get the sensation.
Look. Do you think that was an original Buckaroo Banzai comic? They never made one for it, did they?
No, not back in the day. The new ones. I think that... I mean, it'd be smart if they did a cover that was that, which would be sweet.
How do these walkie-talkies, these tiny little walkie-talkies, work so far away? It's just like the precursor to cell phones?
You just like I was saying in this movie, you just start to agree to things that they're doing. You know what I mean?
I shouldn't have brought that up. That's stupid.
No, it's not stupid.
It's
just
to do stuff that other people don't get to do.
Yeah.
One of those things he gets to do is use little tiny radios.
He and his buddies, they know so much science, they probably put something together. They can't find an investor because they don't give a shit.
The one thing about this little exchange right here that I don't understand is the complete lack of empathy on Rawhide's part. He's been gone for hours.
Yeah.
Nobody knows where he is. And he's just like, well, hey, buddy. How you doing? You alive?
But he's Buckaroo.
Right.
I mean, it's okay. I mean,
he can't die, essentially.
He's infallible. I mean,
are you saying Peter Weller is a vampire?
I think that's
yeah, that could do. That could happen.
Cool Ranch Doritos, man. So good, right?
Too good.
Casual Doc Brown walking up.
Oh my God. That's the Back to the Future connection right there.
Yeah. I wonder if a lot of these people didn't do the same movie.
What?
I wonder if they didn't do this movie and then
compared the credits.
Gross.
Maybe casting director's the same person, or because that's generally a pretty easy leap on a lot of those movies when you see somebody in a small role and they become a big role.
Or if a producer from this went on to be one of the producers.
Yeah. Producers generally have a decent role.
Well, Droopy Eye Guy was in Better Off Dead.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Look how shaky that looked. Acting.
Oh.
I just randomly think it's radioactive. Still hanging out.
I wonder if these like Rawhide is just wearing his own personal clothes. Don't you think too? Like, he looks like somebody who would have been a wrestler if he hadn't been an actor.
It should have been that guy from. What is that movie?
Christ.
They live. It should have been that guy.
Should have been Roddy
Piper. There we go.
Okay, look at this. He's got a Buckaroo poster.
Scooter Lindy. If anybody missed that, his name is Scooter Lindy.
He's part of the Baker Street Irregulars. I mean, the Buckaroo. And his dad has a helicopter.
Random two black guys, one in an obvious pimp outfit, standing over a woman in a short skirt on a couch made of felt.
There's nothing racist.
You
about
guess
that.
what happened there.
I don't know. I'm not going to show it to you. This formula. You don't need to see it.
Yeah.
No, we need.
You see a little bit on his forehead when he, but it doesn't amount to shit because it's all furled.
Look at Peter Weller.
Agreed.
Wait,
yeah, sure. I believe you. That does look like a human version of Droopy Dog.
Yeah. That guy was in a lot of stuff.
He's a cop in a lot of things, actually.
Christopher Lloyd.
You know what? I would totally be down with being the cop in that show. If you were the cop in that thing, but you were that guy no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the guy from All in the Family, is it?
No.
Archie?
Yeah, Archie.
No. They shot All in the Family in the 60s.
No.
60s
Really?
or 70s.
70s.
Yeah. And he was
They're
old
not
then.
the exact same decade.
Archie might have been dead by the time
This
this movie
chick.
came out. Yes, she's the only real female character in this entire movie, and she has 5 lines.
Who is not crazy or
So
effed
80s.
up. She's on the inside.
Now, I'm fairly certain this is what my mom wore on every single day in high school.
An awesome gear up sweater. God, I wish I
Well,
had
the
a sweater
giant
like
belt,
that.
the super baggy shirt.
Yeah.
Although she had Material Girl stuff, too.
Yeah, well, your mom's cool, no doubt. Look at that hair, too. That's so hair.
I like that little thing Tommy and her did. She's just casually explaining.
Yeah. This
Oh.
Just off limits.
Off limits.
No boys clubs, just off limits.
Uh-huh. That's probably true.
This
Who
is
the hell is this guy?
just another alien. He's just chilling. He's trying to catch the game right now. That's a TV hanging in front of him. He's just trying to catch the Lakers at Lakers-Clippers game, and they're just fucking knocking on his door. Dude, I'm not home. Do not disturb.
Look at
that,
this.
right?
These incredibly high seats.
Here's another
And those are real.
Here's another thing
Don't
I'd
you
like to
think?
point
Oh, yeah.
out.
Oh, yeah.
Every time you see that spaceship, it's always going towards the planet. About halfway through this movie, it should have crashed into Earth.
No. Oh!
They randomly
Classic
decide
punch.
to kill everybody. Right in the groin!
Oh!
Yeah! Ultimate
Eighth Dimension
self-defense.
guy has nads. What? I wouldn't have thought it.
He's a neurosurgeon. He knows these things
Yes.
about genitalia. Alien genitalia.
I'm not going to try and climb this fence because that would be foolish.
He might snag his
Hey,
flax.
I'm over here.
Oh, no.
Crap.
Oh,
Run,
crap!
Buckaroo,
And that
run!
car's doing 5
Yep.
right now.
Run!
I just think that they put the
See,
limiters
this is
on a
the
little
scene in
too high.
Terminator.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Totally the Terminator scene. It's shot just like it.
Oh,
Oh,
man,
thank
I
God.
missed. Oh,
Oh.
thank God for
They
helicopters.
fished him out there, man.
Yeah.
They fished him out. The old black man is the worst parent on the planet. Can we talk about this? This kid goes everywhere, and later on in the movie, he's holding a fucking rifle.
That's
Wow.
good parenting, I think.
How about that? We're gonna stop here.
Little
This is a good
kid
place
needs
to
to
stop.
learn how
Yeah,
to
that's
shoot.
probably a good call.
All right. We're just watching the professor, Japanese professor, riding on a motorcycle. He's staring at some white dudes in some ninja get-up.
In a very cool 80s gated
and you can see that slowly his dignity dying in his eyes.
So sad.
We're gonna stop down here. We're gonna go to episode 2. This week is gonna be on my face. Look, it's on my face! And then I casually put it on somebody else's.
Yeah.
Don't go away. Come back and see part 2. Buckaroo Banzai.
We're gonna do that.